So here is your network. So you have activity, you have 5 activities: A, B, C, D, and E. And this is the predecessor relationship. The second column is the predecessor. A and B are starting activities. The predecessor for C is B, finish to start relationship. If it is not given, by default it is finish to start relationship. In your examination also they will give only finish to start relationship. For D, B and A both are predecessors. For E, D is the predecessor, and their respective duration is given here. Now how are we going to find out? Before we are going to find out, I'm going to tell you the denotion of an activity in general. So when you are showing an activity like this, okay, use a circular node. Don't use any rectangular node in the examination. Use a circular node, which is very easy to draw, quick and flexible. Okay, so if you are drawing a circular node, you have to place the activity inside the node. You have to place the activity inside the node, and you draw like this. Have the practice of drawing two parallel lines. Okay, so here, ES, early start, early finish. Place early start here, early finish here. And uh, down here you place the late start and late finish. Late start and late finish. Just follow whatever I'm talking. Finally you can ask your questions. Okay, place early start and early finish here, and then you finish and you start uh, late start and late finish down here. Place the duration here. Place the duration here, okay, above the circle. And place the float here. Place the float here, total float. Place the total float here down. Okay, this is called as total float. Okay, so this is how we are going to draw the network. So first let us draw the network. A and always use a start and end milestone. It is always a good practice to use a start and end milestone. But if you are becoming more and more comfortable, okay, it is okay. In your examination, it's okay even if you don't do that, because anyway you're not going to present the diagram. You're going to only tell the answer. Correct? So I'm using a start and end milestone. So let me start with the start milestone. And then A is a starting activity. B is also a starting activity. C is dependent on B with a finish to start relationship. Uh, D is dependent on both B and A. With a finish to start relationship. E is dependent on D. And C and E, you see there's an open network, right? So you connect all the end activities at the end milestone. Okay, so when you say a milestone, what is the duration of a milestone? 0. Correct. So for start and end, the duration is 0 because it's not an activity, it's just a milestone. So put the durations. So for start it is 0. For activity A, 10 days is the duration. For activity B, 3 days is the duration. For activity C, 2 days is the duration. For activity D, it is just 1 day. Activity E, it is 5 days. And of course for the milestone, it is 0 days duration. Okay. Now we are going to start calculating early start and early finish through a forward pass. So you are going to calculate early start and early finish through a forward pass. Forward pass means you're going to go from the start, then A, B, D, C, E. So this way you're going to go from the left to right. Okay, so that's called as forward pass. And then once you finish finding out the early start and early finish, then you're going to come backward from right to left. Okay, you're going to come backward to find out the late finish and late start. Okay, so you'll find out the early start and early finish on a forward pass, and you're going to come backward and find a late finish, late start. Okay, late finish, late. So while going forward, you'll find early start first and then the early finish. While coming backward, you'll first find the late finish first, and then you will find the late start. You'll come backward. Okay. So once we find it out, then we are going to find the total float. Okay, so what is total float? Total float is equal to LS minus ES or LF minus EF. Actually here it is OR because we do not have any complication of lead, lag. So we have a very simple network. So either way, even if you subtract LS and ES from the LS or EF from the LF, either way you're going to get the same answer. So total float is equal to late start minus early start or late finish minus early finish. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, logic. Now let us find out. Now let us start. So we are going to go forward. We are going to find the early start and early finish. So what is early start and early finish? As the name itself that denotes, how early can you start? So if you are starting on that day, how early can you finish? For example, start from the activity A, right? So if I start from the milestone, you will get a confusion. So I'm starting with A and then I'll come back for milestone. So activity A is starting on the first day. Okay, you're starting out on the first day. How early can you start on the first day? So on the first day you're starting. So if you're starting on the first day, when will you complete activity A? When will you complete activity A? On 10th, correct? So because you are including 1, correct? So you will finish it on 10th. So how do I write this? Just this is not a formula, this is a logic, but keep this as aside. Whenever you have a doubt, you can refer back to this formula, right? So early finish is equal to early start plus duration minus 1. Okay, early start plus duration minus 1. So this is early finish, correct? So what is early finish? Early start plus duration minus 1. 1 plus 10, 11. 11 minus 1, 10. Right? 1 plus 10, 11. 11 minus 1, 10. Early start plus duration minus 1. The early start is 1. 1 plus 10, 11. 11 minus 1, 10. Right? So this is the logic which is given in the, this is the denotion. Now look at activity B. Activity B also you are starting on the first day. Okay, so 1 plus 3, 4, 4 minus 1, 3, right? So if you are starting it on the first day, how early can you finish without any delay? You are using only the duration. So if you are using the duration, how early can you finish? Third day, correct? That's the meaning of early start and early finish. You understand? So now let us talk about the next activity. So look at the next activity. Let us look at activity C. Okay. So C, how early can you start C? On 4th, that is the next day. So after the B is over, because C have only one predecessor, C do not have multiple predecessor. Okay, so always check how many predecessors a particular activity has, how many arrows are hitting the C. It's only one arrow that is hitting the C, so there is only one predecessor. So B ends on 3rd, so C you will start it on 4th. So if you are starting it on 4th, how early can you finish C? You will use you are taking exactly the duration. That's the meaning of early finish. So which means on, when would you finish? 5th or 6th? 5th, correct. So 4th also you're using. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 minus 1, 5. Now look at D. D, when are you going to complete? D have two predecessors. 2 arrows are hitting. Be very careful here. Wherever you see a convergence, please be careful. Otherwise, you will end up calculating again when there is any careless mistake. Okay. So when would you start D? On 11th, correct, because it has two predecessors. One is getting over on 3rd, another one is getting over on 10th. but you will take the maximum one because you have to honor both the relationship. That's what we saw in the last example, correct? So whenever you have two predecessors, you will take the maximum. Okay, you will take the maximum. So what is early start? Early start is equal to early finish, early finish of predecessor, predecessor I'm denoting it with the letter P. Early finish of predecessor plus 1, right? Plus 1. Particularly when you have more than one predecessor, you have to take the maximum number, correct? So what is early start? Early start of D is, which is the, you will look at the early finish of the predecessor. So particularly you will look at the maximum predecessor, which is 10. So 10 plus 1, 11, right? Early finish of predecessor plus 1. This is just to guide you, okay? So 10 plus 1 the next day, 11. So when would you complete activity D? On 11, because 11th morning you will start and 11th evening you will end, one day, right? 11 plus 1, 12 minus 1, 11. Okay, so when would you start activity E? On 12th. So 12th, when you're starting by 12, when would you finish? Shunun, it is not 17, it is 16. Remember, you have to reduce 1, right? 12 plus 5, 17, minus 1, 16. You get it? Right. So now tell me, what is the project duration? As of now, what is the project duration? There are two last activities, activity E and activity C. Correct. Activity C is getting over on 5th, activity E is getting over on 16th. So what is the duration? That 16th is the duration. So 16th is the duration. Actually, if you don't have a milestone, okay, if you're not want to use a milestone, then what would you do? Whichever is the longest duration, okay, you have two end activities here. So you will just copy paste this. So you the last activities finish, early finish will be the late finish of all the last activities. Okay, so here also you can immediately update 16 and 16. Okay, but if you're not comfortable on that, then don't worry about it. Now go to the end milestone, go to the end milestone. So it is zero duration. I mean, it may look very illogical to you. It's okay, it is for just for the calculation purpose. Now tell me, 16th, 16th end is the uh, successor, correct? So actually this successor is not making any meaning here because it's just a milestone, it's not an activity. But still, let's use the formula. So 16 plus 1, 17. So 17 plus 0, 17. 17 minus 1, 16. Okay, so actually it is 16 only. You're finally, anyway, you're getting 16 only, but you will see it will look like, it is starting on 17th and it is ending on 16th. So actually this this should not be a case. Okay, whichever is the longest, whichever is the uh, you know the largest duration, right? So that will be the duration of the project. So this is just for the convenience of the calculation. Okay, so 16 plus 1, 17, using the same formula. 17 plus 0, 17. 17 minus 1, 16. So you will put this as a end, you will put this as a end. Again, now we are going to find late finish and late start. You're going to come backward and find late finish and late start. So late finish and late start. If you know the late finish, you can easily know what is late start. So what is late start? Late start is equal to late finish minus duration plus 1. Late finish minus, you're coming backward. Okay, late finish minus duration plus 1. Just the opposite of this one. Just the opposite of the first one. So instead of early finish, here it is late start. Early start, late finish. Plus duration, minus duration. Minus 1 plus 1. So if you remember this, you can easily remember this as well, right? So late finish is equal to just the opposite of this one. Just the opposite of this one. So late finish is equal to if you want to find the late finish of some activity, late start of successor, minus 1. Okay, minus 1. So it's just the opposite of this. Early start, late finish. Early finish, late start. Of predecessor, of successor. Plus 1, minus 1. Okay. So now, so here you know the late, this is late finish, right? So late finish, late start. Late finish, late start. So we are going to come backward. So what is the late finish? Late finish is just copy paste the uh, early finish of the last activity here. So here the milestone is the last thing to do. So 16, just copy paste here. So look at the, how do you find out the late start here? Late start is equal to late finish minus duration plus 1. So 16, duration is 0. So 16 minus 0, 16. 16 plus 1, 17. Doesn't make meaning. It's okay. Okay. 16 minus 0, 16 plus 1, 17. It's okay. So now here where you will actually get a meaning. So if the how do you find the late finish? How do you find the late finish? Late finish of an activity. So here where you're going to find the late finish. So late finish is equal to late start of successor minus 1. So late start of successor. Who is the successor? This is the milestone is the successor. So late start of successor is 17. 17 minus 1, 16. 17 minus 1, 16. 17 minus 1, 16. See, you don't have to do this step at all. The end step you need not to do. But you should not forget it. Why am I using this end milestone? To ensure that nothing will go wrong. You will not do a careless mistake. Okay. So if you're very comfortable, you need not even do this step. You need not even do this step. You can straight away, if you have 3-4 last activities, three four activities with like a open network, it is not closed. Okay, it's kind of an open network. Then ensure that whichever activity have the largest duration, that activity's early finish, this is the early finish, right? So that activity's early finish will be added as a late finish of all the last activities. Here we have two last activities, E and C. So E has the highest duration, early start. Here it is 16 is the early finish. So here this last activity is early finish is 5. So which is greater? 16. So you just put 16 everywhere. So if you can do that without any mistake, then you don't have to worry about the end milestone. Okay. So late, look at the late, look at the E activity. Mr. Murali, please listen here, and then I'll come back to your question. Okay. So now for E, we know the late finish. The late finish is 16. Now we have to find the late start. You're asking the question, if I have to finish the E on 16th, I have to finish the E on 16th. Okay. How early you finish, how late you finish, you have to finish the E on 16th. So if you have to finish the E on 16th, then at least when you should start, that is the question. At least when you should start, that at least when you should start is called as late start. At the latest when you could start, that's the meaning, right? At the least when you should start, that's the meaning. So what would you do? 16 minus duration plus 1. 16 minus 5, how much is 16 minus 5? 11. 11 plus 1, 12, right? 16 minus 5 plus 1, 12. You understand? So this is the late start. Okay. So how early, you will know from here itself, you will know the moment both early finish and late finish are equal, definitely early start and late start will also be equal only. Okay. So this you will get to know if you practice more. Okay. So now come back to C. So C, the question is, if you have to complete it at 16, if you have to complete at 16, at least when you should start C, the duration is 2. At least when you should start, at least 2 days before, that's the meaning, correct? So 16 minus 2 plus 1. So 16 minus 2, 14, 14 plus 1, 15, correct? That's the, so you will see the difference will be equal. 16 minus 5 or 15 minus 4. You get it? Okay. Now the question is, you look at D. Look at D. So D, what is the late finish? Okay, so when you can, at least when you should finish. So D have only one successor. So successor should start, the latest start is 12th. So what will be the latest finish of D? So when you should at least finish D in order to start E on 12th, it has only one successor. Correct. So how do you find out? Late finish is equal to late start of successor minus 1. So which is 12 minus 1, 11. 12 minus 1, 11. Okay. So what will be D's late start? 11 minus 1 plus 1. 11 minus 1 is the duration. 11 minus 1, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. If this will be equal, this will also be equal. Okay. Now come to B. So B, at least when you should finish B, at least when you should finish B. B have two, uh, B have two successors. D is also a successor. C is also a successor. D's latest start is 11. C's latest start is 15. Right. So which one would you take? You should take the minimum. When you're coming back, it should be minimum. Right. So you will take the minimum because you should honor both. Correct. So 11 minus 1, 10. You cannot take 15 minus 1 because if you finish it on 14th, then you cannot start D. Right. You have to honor both. Correct. So it will be 11 minus 1, 10. So if you're finishing it on 10, at least when you should start B, 10 minus 3, 7, 7 plus 1, 8. Correct. So at least 8. You can, the early start is 1, but the late start is 8. Right. Which means there is a buffer here. So when you should start, when you should, finish A, at least when you should finish A have only one successor. A have only one successor. So you should finish it on the previous day, which is 11 minus 1, 10. So 10 minus 10, 0. 0 plus 1, 1. Okay. So start milestone, if you want to use the start milestone, it will look illogical. It's okay. So the start milestone, how it will be, how is the early start? Early start will be, it will be 1 starting on the first day. So it will be like 1 plus 0, 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. It will look like this. And while you're coming back, you will take the minimum. The minimum is 1 here. Okay, so 1 minus 1, 0, 0 minus 0, 0 plus 1, 1. It will look like this. Okay, it's okay. It's all right. Okay. So, of course, always the start and end will be a critical because start and end, they are only milestones, you see. Fine. Now, how would you, if you practice it, it would not be, a problem at all to you. Okay, maybe for the first time, it may look kind of complicated, but it's so simple. Okay, so now what are the critical activities? First, we should find out the critical. We should find out the critical activities. So, which activity is a critical activity where the total float is 0? So, late start minus early start, or late finish minus early finish. So, here is it. Late start 1 minus 1, 0, or 10 minus 10 also 0. So, this is critical. 8 minus 1, 7, or 10 minus 3, 7. So, 7 days is the float here. So, it is not a critical one. 15 minus 4 or 16 minus 5. Either case, it will be the same. Right. So, it will be 11. Correct. So, here the float is 11. So, here 11 minus 11, 11, 11 is 0. So, it is critical. AD is critical. So, E, 12 minus 12 or 16 minus 16, it is 0. So, this is also critical. You get it? So, here, of course, the end and start will be critical only. Right. So ADE is a critical activity. ADE is a critical activity. And what is the float of B? Float of B is 7. Float of C is float of B is 7. Float of C is 11. You understand? So the total duration of the project is 16 days. So otherwise you can do add all the critical activities A, D, and E. So what is the duration? It is 16 days. So 16 days is the duration of the project. Do you get it? So I'll stop here. Okay, so tomorrow I'll give you a problem. Okay, you try to solve this problem. and then tomorrow we can take a little more concepts like free float. Small concepts are there, we'll finish that. Okay, so do it only, but when you do it you will really get the detail of it. Okay, so let me give you a